Two, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yes, yes, yes. It's Raphael Dawkins with the Combat Radio. And we are live. Okay. Hello and welcome. I'm there. Hello and welcome to the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. That's the name of the channel. And the name of the show is A Boxing Talk with Raphie. Let's have a look at the screen. Let me fix my screen immediately. So let's stop sharing that. And let's start sharing. Where is it? This. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So where are we? Where are we? Okay, so what we're talking about tonight. Okay. So this is the weekend wrap-up. It's a boxing talk with Raphie 3, 2, 4. Where we're going to be looking at, of course, the fight of the weekend. Canelo versus Caleb Plant. And yeah, we're gonna deep dive on that. Okay, I'm wearing my headphones. So yeah, I can monitor the sound more closely. Okay. Of course, we're gonna have to. Oh, you can see that. You can see what's up on your screen. Mind you, not everybody's looking at the screen. Okay, so we're looking at Devin Haney, Jojo Diaz, Ben versus Algieri, Kid Galahad versus Kiko Martinez. I remember seeing Kiko Martinez fight not too long ago, so we're going to have to deep dive on that. And of course, we got the Terry Harper versus Bowman Gardner. Okay, and more or less if we don't fit it all in. Okay. Shout out to the Raphie, better late than never. Well, you know that's the Raphie's motto. Always give Raphie a 10-minute margin for error. Okay. So as we allow the area to populate, first things first. What about a sound check? Let's do a sound check. Okay. Let's have a little looky. Why is that picture as it is? Why the hell have we not got the proper dime? Well, first things first, I'm gonna have to fix the thumbnail immediately with immediate effect. Okay, let's do this live. Let's do this right now. What's going on? Let's get into that. And what is it? Well, why is it not showing? Okay, let me just go through the formality of changing it to what it should be, even though it looks as if it is what it should be, or it should be what it anyway. Should be what it is anyway. Let's do this. What is it? Okay. Boom. Open. Save. So what's going on? Why is this not, or is there a glitch in the machine? Don't tell me there's a glitch in the machine. Okay, let me go over. Where is the, oh, okay. So over there, the picture's right. Interesting. Okay, so let's go back now. Hold on. Let's say this. Let's say this. Boom. Okay, so that's saved. Now let's have a look. Let's make sure. Oh my God. OMG. Hold on. It's not showing the picture in certain places. It appears not to be showing the thumbnail it's supposed to be showing. In other places, it does appear to be showing the thumbnail that it's supposed. Yeah, I don't get that. Okay, I don't get that. Okay, hopefully, let me refresh this. Let me reload. Let me, oh, no. Okay, that's bizarre. That's bizarre. That's very bizarre. Okay, let me get to sharing. Let's kill the volume on this. Let me get to sharing. Let me share this like so, then I'll get back to you guys in the chat, but let me do this. Okay. Share it over there. And share it over there. We are live. Share. Okay. Okay. Okay, so that's it. All right. So let's get into this thing. Let's get into this thing. Lisa Bales up in the building. Self-law up in the building. Uncle Burnt apostrophe in the building. And the Philip Carl Roberts. Okay. How do you do, one and all? Wherever you may happen to be in the world. Okay. So let's get into this shizzle. Let's get into this shizzle. Let's get into it. Okay. So where are we? Now, let's leave it like that. Okay. So we're looking at OMG. Lisa Bales with the super chat. Hippo character throwing a blazing uppercut into the air while the word KO appears in the background. Okay. I'm not sure I get that one. What's going on? What am I missing? Hold on. Because maybe I don't see. I'm not sure I get that one. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's do the sound check while we're here. I see it now, Lisa. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's do the sound check while we're here. I see it now, Lisa. Okay, so the sound check is good. I see it now, Lisa. In the streaming service, they don't show what the what the image is or the little cartoon. So I had to go over to the YouTube to see it, and I do. What the image is. Yeah, okay. So the sound is good, and where are we? Okay, starting the evening right. Okay, so let's get into this. Where are we? Uh-oh. Let me share this with the secret society so we can get this thing on and popping. Let me just put it over there. Where is it? Where's the secret society? There it is. Let's share this. Boom. Let's put the link in. Where is it? There we go. Boom. Yes, success. Let's drop it. Couple more places. Couple more faces. What's going on there? Okay. Boom. And let's put it in my corner. Boom. Okay. Everything's done. Everything is correct. So let's get into this thing. Okay. So, actual facts and Santos up in the building. As a matter of fact, you just reminded me, let me drop a link or the link. Boom. So it's in there. And let us scroll on down. Actual facts and Santos up in the building. Uncle Burnt apostrophe in the building. Boxing channel. Excellente. Canelo solidifies his pound for pound king status. Okay, pound for pound king status. Well, who's the second one? Who's the second one after him? Who's second? Yeah, we should look into that. Okay. So let's go. Hold on. Where is it? There we go. Perfecto. Okay, let's get into this. Let me share my screen with you. Just pin that. Okay, so that's pinned. Let's have a look at what's going on. Okay, where are we going to start? Where are we going to start with this shiznix? Where are we going to start with this shizzle? Don't want to start there. Oh, it's not. No, it'll go back in time. Okay. Let's have a look. Kelly Plant first word since the Canelo. What's this year? Team Canelo interested in. Okay. We're not going to start there. Where do we start? Let's start there. Okay. Let me share. Stop sharing that. Start sharing this. Let's have a look. What's the visibility like? Okay. Let's do this and do that. Get out of here. Okay. How's the screen look now? No. Okay, that's a lot better, I think. Okay. Let's do it. Okay, so Kelly Plant's first words since the Canelo knockout defeat. He vows to be a champion again. As a matter of fact, I know where this is going to go. So let's start off with the poll immediately. Let's do the poll immediately so people can vote at their leisure. Okay. How many rounds? How many rounds did you give to Plant? Okay, so how many rounds did you attribute to Plant? How many rounds did you give to Plant? How many rounds do you think Plant won? Okay, this could be a tricky one. Let's go. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let's do it. Let's go 1 to 3. Let's go. Okay, 1 to 3, 3 to 5, 3 to 5. At an option. Let's go 3 to 5. Let's go 6 to 8. At an option. Let's go 9 to 9 to, well, it couldn't be 11. 9 plus. 9 plus. There's a plus sign. There it is. No, that's the equal sign. Plus 9 plus. Okay, so let's drop that in right now. Where is it? And there it is. Okay, so how many rounds did you give to Plant? 1 to 3, 3 to 5, 6 to 8, or 9 plus? I would imagine the 9 plus would not be populated very much. Okay, so the poll is there. I don't know if you can see it on your mobile devices. I don't know, but the poll is there for you to partake in. Okay, partaking, not partaken. Okay, get the votes in, and let's go. Okay, so Caleb Plant's first word. Well, let me talk about the fight before we go into, hold on, what's going on in the chat? Let's have a look. I'm listening in today. It's my daughter's 13th birthday. And happy birthday. I don't know, to the young lady. Happy birthday to the young lady from the Raphie Dawkins Combat Radio. Okay, excellent. Have a good one. Actual facts. Well, you've chosen the right sound checks. The right soundtrack, that's for sure. Okay, Paul Evans up in the building. Happy birthday to your daughter, 100%. 100%. Where we at? Canelo should clean out the 175 division and then go on to school Usyk. OMG, school Usyk. Okay, a funny guy, Paul Evans. Did you see him against Trout? The Southpaw? In the fight that many said that, Trout was doing very, very well in that fight. Very, very well. I don't think Canelo, Southpaws are tricky. They're tricky, my friend. So, Canelo against Usyk. A bridge too far. Although I have heard over in a stateside channel, I have heard them urging Canelo to go up and face Oscar Rivas and pick up the Bridgerweight title. So, Oscar Rivas, Bridgerweight, one step further, heavyweight. Damn. You have high hopes, my friend. High hopes. Okay. What we got here? Paul Evans, I gave him 4 with the 1 swing round. Okay. Yeah. I'll be back. 5% battery and no car charger. Yeah. Okay. So, gave him 4 with 1 swing round. Okay, let's have a look at the poll. Let's see what's going on. With the poll. Okay. People need to get voted. Okay, so let me share my thoughts and observations on the fight. I think first and foremost, let's give credit to Caleb Plant. He did better than many of us, including myself. Better than many of us had predicted or anticipated. Let's have a look. I think Canelo could beat Wilder. That's a hell of a long reach. It's a hell of a long reach. I think he gets knocked sparked up out. That's a hell of a reach advantage he's got to deal with. Yeah, he'd be going to the body. He'd be coming in. I think he'd get knocked out. He'd get caught. His head would do the snapback. Okay, so yes. Congratulations goes out to Canelo first and foremost for undisputed. Although stick around, Lisa, stick around, because there's a school of thought that says that he ain't a proper undisputed. So stick around. We're gonna have to talk about that too. Let's have a look. Beterbiev would mess Canelo up. Well, yeah. More so in the past, I think Beterbiev, what is he, in his mid-30s now? Beterbiev is in his mid-30s. I think if Canelo times it right, he catches Beterbiev just on the tail end. He's coming up to the tail end. Catches him just on the tail end. I think Canelo might surprise some of the folks if he catches him at the right time, because Beterbiev is at the tail end now. What is he, 35, 36? Kid's getting up there. So, I think that makes it interesting. I think the Beterbiev coming to the end of his career, it makes it interesting. More interesting, yeah, very much so. So it comes down to timing. If you time it right, it could have a very interesting outcome. Christian Wu. I thought Plant won 4 rounds. He was in the fight up until the very end. Yeah, well, that's a good point. We need to talk about that. Okay, so my view on this shizzle, Plant did better than expected, better than I expected, certainly, and better than everybody else, most other people expected. I learned, I didn't realize how astute, I think the word I will use, I didn't realize how defensively astute, defensively clever is Caleb Plant. Didn't realize he was as astute and as clever defensively as he is. Leading with the shoulder, turning the body, so the Canelo didn't have much of a target apart from the kidneys around the back in the kidneys. Well, he didn't have much of a frontal target. So credit to Plant for that. However, you have to look at the other side of the coin. Offensively, I found that Plant, for the most part, he wasn't really loading up on his shots. That doesn't mean to say that he didn't hurt Canelo a couple of times. I think he did. I think the Plant did hurt Canelo a couple of times. But overall, is the power that he chose to put on the shots. I thought, it was almost as if he didn't want to make Canelo angry. There, I said it. There was too much taps. He was like tap, 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 tap. Don't make Canelo angry. I almost felt that way. Could have put more mustard on the shots. There was a lack of mustard. Plant should have put more mustard on the shots. There was an absence of mustard on Plant's shots. 90% of the time, 98% of the time, which is unfortunate. I don't know. Energy conservation. What was that? What was that all about? Got to the 11th. Before Canelo put it on him, got him proper, got him nice and proper, nice and sweetly. Plant did frustrate Canelo. He did absolutely. Did I enjoy the fight? Absolutely. Did I think it was more of a fight than I thought it would be? Absolutely. But if I'm to critique Plant, and I am critiquing Plant, if I had to critique Plant, is more mustard. That's what I put. That's what I put on his report card. More mustard on the shots. That said, yeah, he did frustrate. Canelo, and and he did a flurry and made Canelo angry. I remember that flurry. After that flurry, Canelo marched him down, and I think a couple seconds later we heard it was the bell. It was the sound of the bell. Yeah. So, yeah, more mustard. Did good. It did good. How many rounds could I give him? I gave him, even though the fight was close, it don't mean that it was 50-50. It don't mean that it was 50-50. Plant was getting outlanded. The punch stats, as far as I'm aware, state that. So Plant was getting outlanded, and Canelo was also landing the heavier shots. So, to me, that equals a convincing win for Canelo Alvarez. But credit due. Plant made it a fight. And did he do better than Billy Joe Saunders? I think so. We got more of a fight out of Plant than we did with Billy Joe Saunders. When did Billy Joe get finished? It was in the 7th. I think he got finished in the 6th. I think he got finished in the 6th, if I'm not mistaken. So Plant went a few more rounds. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 5 more rounds. Plant actually did a lot better than I expected. He was outclassed, though. Ultimately, he was outclassed. 3 rounds for me. Yep. 3 rounds. I think that is. Let's have a look at the poll. Yeah. That's interesting. It's 1 to 3 rounds is 50%, and 3 to 5 rounds is 50% also. Wow. It's 50-50. Okay. So definitely, I think the consensus view is that Plant won in between 3 and 5 rounds. Me, myself, I gave him 3. 3 rounds for me. Okay. Let's have a little looky. Cristiano Wu says, Plant's mistake was not throwing with power. Hey, that's what I'm saying. He could have put a bit more mustard on it. I understand he doesn't want to overcommit, but he could have put a bit more mustard on it. Canelo had nothing to fear walking forward. Yeah. After 4 rounds, I said it looks like Canelo was going to get the late stoppage because Canelo was already connecting. Okay, let's have a look. I went 8 rounds. Okay, thank you for refreshing my memory. Billy Joe went 8. Retired at the end of the 8th round. Okay, marveloso. Okay, so let us move on. Let's move on. Let's stop sharing that. Make this smaller. See where I'm going with this thing. Let's see where I'm going with this thing. Okay, this is a good one. I like this. Okay, let's share. Boom. Let's share that. Hopefully you can see that. What else did I want to do? Oh yeah. Boom. Okay, let us continue on. Let's forge on. Okay, so Team Canelo interest. So what's next for Canelo? What's next for Canelo is the question. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Okay, so Team Canelo interested in Benavidez or Charlo next, says Showtime El Presidente Steven Espinosa. Okay, so Steven Espinosa says Team Canelo Alvarez have expressed an interest in facing David Benavidez or Jermall Charlo in his next fight. Okay, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Okay, so these two are the ideal options for Canelo, says the article, around his weight class for his next fight. The other possibilities for Charlo will require a certain amount of risk on his part, as he'll be moving up to 175 to challenge the IBF WBC light heavyweight champion Artur Beterbiev, or the WBA champion Dmitry Bivol. Yeah, if he was going up to the 175, I think he would. If he was going up to, okay, here's a question. As a matter of fact, rat-a-tat-tat, here's a poll. Let's close that poll. Oh, what's going on here? Okay, so 43% say, what? 33% say 1 to 3 rounds. They had Plant winning 1 to 3 rounds. Another 43% say they had Plant winning 3 to 5 rounds. And 14% have Plant winning 6 to 8. So the overwhelming view is that Plant won 3 to 5 rounds. Okay. End poll. Yeah, I'm at 3. Okay. So what's this? Wow. Someone gave Plant 6 to 8 rounds. I did not know Adelaide Bird was a viewer. Damn. Okay, Adelaide Bird. The secrets, the cat's out the bag. The cat is out of the bag. And yes, Adelaide Bird is an avid viewer of the Raphie Dawkins Combat Radio. Okay. Words out. Now you know. Okay, so where are we? What's the poll gonna be? Yeah. Okay, the poll is, who does Canelo have a better? Let me write this in. Okay, question mark. So who does Canelo have a better chance of beating? Beterbiev, or Bivol. Okay, and that's at 1 beating, at once beating. Yeah, okay, I'll just leave that there, but that's at 175. Let me see, have I spelled Beterbiev's name wrong? But Beterbiev. Okay. 1 T too many. Okay, let's get that in. Okay, the poll is now up in the chat. You'll see it in a couple of seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, who does Canelo have a better chance of beating? Beterbiev or Bivol? And that's at 175. Okay, so let us continue. Uh-oh. Let's have a look. What's going on here? So is it? What is it? Jermall gets absolutely smoked by Canelo. That's another question. That's another question for another poll. Benavidez would be a fun fight. Okay, that's another question. Okay, so get your answers in the poll because I want to drop a couple more polls before the night is over. before the night is over. Okay. So, okay, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that share button if you're enjoying the show thus far. Come on now, let's make it happen. Okay. So yeah, those are the two ideal options for Canelo, who's age 31, around his weight class for his next fight. The other possibilities for Canelo will require a certain amount of risk on his part. Let's make this a little bigger. Okay. Does that look better on the screen? Yeah. That's way better. Yeah, that would mean moving up to 175 to challenge Artur Beterbiev or WBA's Dmitry Bivol. Okay, so Canelo is done collecting titles at 168. What else does it say? Canelo became the four-belt super middleweight undisputed champion last Saturday night in defeating the IBF 168 champion Caleb Sweet Hands Plant. Okay. What else are we looking at? All right, this is what we should be looking at. Okay, Canelo could face Benavidez or Charlo next. For my money, the two most interesting fights for Canelo next are Jermall Charlo and David Benavidez, or Benavidez and Charlo, whichever which way, said Showtime El Presidente Steven Espinosa when asked who Charlo should fight next. Okay. Who Canelo should fight next, excuse me. All right. Okay. We've certainly mentioned those to Team Canelo, and there is interest. Espinosa continued. We've seen this year that Canelo has stayed busy. I would expect that he'll roll into his next fight pretty quickly. It's been great, said Espinosa, when asked what it's been like working with Canelo. He's been around. His team is experienced, and they know what they want. That's the biggest difference. So they go into negotiations knowing exactly what they want. That's the biggest difference. So a lot of cats don't know what they want. Is the inference there? They've done a lot of big events and done business with a lot of different people. They know what they want, and that makes it a lot easier for us when we present them with options, or they tell us a vision for the next event. Okay, so it's been great. It's been awesome. And at this point in his career, Canelo deserves the opportunity to determine his events. The team is experienced and we love collaborating with them, said Espinosa. Okay, besides Benavidez, Charlo, Bivol, and Beterbiev for Canelo, the other options are Gennady Golovkin and John Ryder. John Ryder? OMG, what the hell's that? What's the point in fighting John Ryder at this stage? No. Canelo can make good money fighting a trilogy with Triple G, but it's unclear whether the Kazakh would be willing to come up to 168 to take the fight. Okay. Canelo speaking English helps the fans connect. I think we have Eddie Hearn to thank for that. Eddie Hearn said, "Speak English. Go on, speak English. You know, it'll broaden the market for you. A little bit of Inglesi, yeah. Get an English teacher, watch some English films, a little bit of Inglesi, and you'll broaden your market." So I think you got to give credit to Eddie Hearn with that. It's been interesting going through the All Access footage. It's interesting. You forget what a baby face he had, even when he was on Showtime. Just physically, the way he's matured and the ways that his skills have matured. the place he's taken in boxing, said Espinosa. Okay, developing into the face of boxing. Okay, so that's a load of stuff there. A load of stuff there. A load of stuff there. I don't even want to risk showing that footage there. And they were talking in round 9. Have they got the footage? Do I even risk it? Oh my gosh. OMG. Does Raphie risk it? Does Raphie risk it? After we nearly got shut down last time. Well, they did kind of shut us down. That last show got blocked in the Americas and the Virgin Islands. And in comes the TKO 22. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome in, my friend. Cal L also up in the building. Yeah, the last show got blocked in the Americas, in the Carolinas, in the Virgin Islands. So that was unfortunate. Sorry to my American compadres. Espinosa sounding like a troll weasel. OMG. Oh dear. I don't even think Better Beav is going to get past Brown size Aaron Daly. Bloody hell, mate. Has he deteriorated that much? I do feel he's on the downslide. I think I watched his last fight. Did I watch him getting touched up in his last fight? Did I watch him get touched up in his last fight? Alan Goes? Who's Alan Goes? Alan Goes is an old jiu-jitsu guy, Brazilian jiu-jitsu guy from way back in the day. That ain't him. This is Bruce Goes. How you doing, Bruce? Good to have you up in the building. Okay, who we got? Who joined us? It's the Shiz Biz also up in here. Good to have you. Canelo did not truly unify at 175 for a good reason, in my opinion. It's a weight class too far. Kovalev had seen much better days, and of course, he was just coming off the fight with Anthony Yarde. If Anthony Yarde had stuck to his game plan, could have got Kovalev up out of there, but he went a little bit crazy, and he was told to empty the tank. And that he did the very next round, and it was all over, unfortunately. Okay, we got the poll. We got a poll up in there, folks. We got a poll up in there. So go on ahead and vote in the poll. You know how we do it over here. We move on. It's poll after poll after poll after poll sometime. I think Bivol's a harder fight. It's very technical. Better Beav is slowing down, in my opinion. I too think Better Beav is on the downside. Damn, the Raphie's thirsty. The Raphie's thirsty tonight. Excuse me. Okay. Stay hydrated, kids, and stay in school. Okay, yeah. So what we got. Yes. Excellente. Let's have a look. Benavidez will be a hell of a fun fight. Let's have a look. It's a tough one because I think both beat him. I do think he has a better chance against Bivol, though. It's interesting. Some people think he's got a better chance against Bivol. Some people think he's got a better chance against Beterbiev. Where do I stand on this? That should be a poll, you know. That should be a poll. I know what I think. How long has that poll been up? Well, that is the poll. Who does Canelo have a better chance of beating? 56% said Beterbiev. So now it's 50-50. Okay, damn. It was 56% Beterbiev, but now it's 50-50. So remember, the question is, who does Canelo have a better chance of beating? So the button you click, the person you click, that's the person he's got a better chance of beating. Not that person has a better chance of beating Canelo. So the secret is in the question. Okay, so it's 50-50 right now. Who does Canelo have a better chance of beating? 50-50. It's all in the wording. It's all in the wording. I think both beat him. I think he has a better chance against Bivol. It's a tricky one because Bivol is the more, perhaps arguably, the more silky. Neither of them are silky, but Bivol may be a little bit more textbook. Yeah, I'd say, yeah, Bivol's style is perhaps a little bit more textbook, whereas Beterbiev's style, although he's deeply steeped in the Russian system, Beterbiev, I think he's a little bit slightly wilder. He's a little bit wilder. No pun intended. He's a little bit wilder than Bivol. A little bit wilder, so that perhaps makes for more firefights. Bivol being a little bit more conventional, a tad more conservative. Does that make it easier for Canelo? That's one hell of a question. I think it could. That's one hell of a question. Aaron Daly, though, the other side of the coin. Yeah, the Aaron Daly. And he says, I think Bivol is a harder fight. He's very technical. Beterbiev is slowing down. Damn, that's a good counter. It's a good counter. That's why the damn poll is at 50-50. It's at 50-50. Bang on. Yeah. I think the Beterbiev is on the wane. I think it was in his last fight I saw him in a fight recently where it looked like he was on the wane. Still tough, still dangerous, still a champ. But I think he's up like 36 now, 37, on the wane. On the back nine, maybe. That's what I see. Okay. It's a weight class too far. It might indeed be a weight class too far. Okay, what's going on? I don't think Beterbiev will get past Brown. Well, I'd put money on Beterbiev getting past Brown. I'm very confident he gets past Brown, but that's going to be interesting. I think Brown's relocated. I think Brown's a Canadian. I heard word that he's relocated to the States and he's fighting under somebody. I can't remember who, but that indicates that Brown is taking this thing very seriously. So you may be onto something. Okay. Let's move on. OMG, copyright strike coming. You know the Raphie can't resist. He can't resist pressing that play button. Okay. I know they've been shutting people down left, right, and center over this shiznix. Don't risk it, Raphie. Don't do it. I shouldn't do it. Maybe just for a couple of seconds. Let's have a little go. Where is it? Let's have a look. Oh, let's have a look. Okay. Nice and easy, does it? Holy hell. Plant says, you're pretty good. Plant then says, am I pretty good? I've actually listened to the audio, which I'm not going to play. And Canelo says, yeah, see, you're pretty good. This is a good fight right here. This is what Plant's saying to Canelo. Canelo comes back, he says, I like it. But you know you crossed the line. You passed the line. But the good fight, I like it. It's good fight, I like it. Plant says, I respect your skills. People who just joined, people who didn't hear me earlier, I have a theory. The Plant was just pitter-pattering Canelo because he didn't want to make him angry. You think that's possible? Do you think that could really happen? The one fighter would just pitter-patter the other guy because he thought if he hit him too hard, he'd batter him? I know when I was a kid, I was boxing as a kid, and I was sparring as a kid, because I was tall at an early age. They put me in with grown-ass men, and I was scared. I said, oh, no, I hope he doesn't take my head off. So I just used to pitter-patter. This is a true story. I just used to pitter-patter these grown men when I was a kid, so they didn't batter me. And in fairness, they didn't. They were gentlemen. They were gentlemen. They could see I was just a kid, and they took it easy on me. But I do remember when I first started sparring, I used to pitter-patter when they put me in against a full-grown man. And I was just a kid. I just pitter-patter. Just not to make him angry. Didn't want him to take the Raphie's head off before I'd reached maturity. Okay, so what's this? What's people? What are people saying? Tone up in the building. Who else we got? Who else has joined us? The Fight Doctor up in the building. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. Okay. That's just better be, don't fight enough. You don't fight enough. I don't know what that story is. Maybe people don't want to fight him. Is that what it is? Is that the story? People don't want to fight him. Finds it hard to make fights. So people are scared of him. Yeah. He's got lots of skills. One thing I'll give Canelo is he dedicates himself to his craft. That's one thing I'll give Canelo, okay. The knock on it is the gym that he comes from, the Reynoso gym, and we know what, they've got a certain stigma around him. But one thing I'll always give Canelo credit for is he's a dedicated student of the craft, of his craft. That's a good point. Better be won't be on the back foot like Plant. That's for sure. Alvarez will have problems with Bivol's movement. You see, this is why it's interesting. That's why it's interesting. Some people think Beterbiev. There's a poll, folks. Make sure you hit the poll. What's the poll question? Who does Canelo have a better chance of beating? So who is the lesser? Who do you think is the lesser of the two in terms of Canelo beating him? It's 50-50 at the moment. That's how close it is. Alvarez will have problems with Bivol's movement. See, that's another person who's got Bivol up. Hit the poll, folks. We want an answer on this one. Bivol had some problems with Richards. He did. That's a damn good point. He had problems with Richards. Maybe Bivol had problems with Richards' movement. How you like that? How you like them apples? Damn. Some fantastic points Fantastic points being made right here tonight on the Raphael Dawkins Boxing Talk with Raphie. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, hit all of the good buttons. Okay, Coach Malachi, new media today up in the building. Okay, salute to everyone in the chat, salute to the panel. Please like and subscribe. 100%. How do you do, Coach Malachi? Okay, so where we at? Let's have a little looky. Panel. Panel. I am the panel. Oh my gosh. Hilarious. Okay. What's going on? Okay. Plant was trying to negotiate the center. I'm telling you, I've got a feeling the Plant was just pitter-pattering for the same reason that Raphie used to do it as a tall kid, and they used to put me against grown men with beards. Raphie would just pitter-patter. I use the plant technique, just pitter-patter on the back foot. The verbal exchange was very parliamentary. Absolutely. He had good intentions. Plant. He came to fight, but you just can't keep up with that pace for 12 rounds. For the whole 12 round. What we got here? Canelo has time to set himself because his opponents are normally on the back foot. Yeah. It's why I picked Benavidez. A firefight could be the answer. Yeah, I like that. Okay. What's this here? Tone says, Bivol not a power puncher. That could embolden Canelo. He'd be more cautious. Yeah. Be more cautious with Benavidez. Yeah. I agree with that. Bivol might be a bit too technical. It would give Canelo too much time. Yeah, that would be. Yeah, Bivol might give Canelo too much time. That would be my concern. I think, you know what? I think I've edged. I've listened to the arguments along with my arguments, and you know what? I think Benavidez might be a tougher style matchup. But it's very, very close. Very, very close. Yeah, I'd agree. I agree on that. Bivol did better than Billy Joe. Almost accidentally called him Billy Ho. My bad. Get on your back, son. Get on your back. This here. Much better than Billy Elliott. Okay. So, what's the poll saying? Still at 50-50. Okay, so we're moving on to the next element. Hold on, let me see what else he said. I respect your skills. Canelo, I know. I'm pretty good. 21-0, huh? This is Plant. Oh, better get out of there. Take the people's advice and get out of there. Stop that. Raphie was getting kind of transfixed. Uh-oh, what happened there? I didn't want that to happen. Okay. Dang. Let's stop sharing that whilst I look for the next element. Let's have a look. Let's bring this down in size. Let's bring that down. Okay. Gone past that. Benavidez too dangerous for Canelo. Maybe Canelo needs to move up to cruiserweight. I don't know about that. But he may. But why would he jump light heavy? Why would he jump light heavy? Bivol a tougher style matchup because of good technical boxing skills and good feet. But Beterbiev is a monster, too big. Has insane punch power. Can Canelo take Beterbiev's punches, head or body? Benavidez, well, yeah, okay, yeah, that's actually the next element. Calzaghe gives Canelo a chance against Beterbiev. Okay, that's interesting. Team Canelo interested in Benavidez or Charlo next. So yeah, that was the key point. That's what's most likely. That's what's most likely. A matchup with Benavidez or Charlo. That seems to be the most likely. Bivol will try and keep Canelo on the outside. Bivol, yep. Totally. Benavidez versus Canelo, highly likely. Highly likely, Stephen Espinosa says. It's Benavidez or Charlo. Highly likely. Okay, so let me drop that down, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. Okay, let's move on to the next element. Where is that element? Where have I got it? Okay, this is the next element, isn't it? Okay, it's right there. It's right there in front of me. Okay, we're into the next element. Let's have a look what's going on. Okay, Jermall, can you see that? Yeah. Okay. So, Jermall Charlo is a better fight for Canelo Alvarez, says Teofimo Lopez. Jermall Charlo, better fight for Canelo. Okay, what does he mean by that? Okay, hold on. Let's get into it. Okay, better fight for Canelo. Better than Benavidez. So what's he? I think he's saying that Canelo has a higher chance of beating Jermall Charlo, than Benavidez. I think that's what he's saying, but let's get clarification on that. Let's get some clarification and visibility. Let's get some visibility on that. Okay, so what's going on here? Okay. Right, so Teofimo Lopez says he wants the newly minted, undisputed super middleweight champion Canelo Alvarez to defend his titles next against Jermall Charlo instead of David Benavidez. This is interesting, fascinating. What's he talking about? Teofimo feels that Charlo, 32-0, 22 KOs, is the better fight for Canelo than the former two-time WBC middleweight champion Benavidez. Interestingly, Let's highlight this. Interestingly, Teofimo states that Charlo will make for a much more exciting fight for Canelo than Benavidez. I don't know where he's going with this. I don't know where he's going with this. Let's stay with it, though. Teofimo doesn't say why he believes that, but perhaps it's the drama that Charlo brings to his... Well, if he doesn't say why he believes that, what's the damn point? What's the damn point? What's this here? He's the type of fighter that can be hurt, and given his weak resume, which is similar to that of Caleb Plant's, you don't know if he'll fall apart against Canelo. Who's saying Who's saying that? Going in hard on Charlo. Going in hard. What's this here? It was a great fight. Caleb Plant should have shown more, but he didn't, said Teofimo. Well, that's what I'm saying. He should have showed more. He should have put more mustard on the shots. Should have put more mustard on the shots. What with the pitter-patter? What's this here? I don't know if he was just being cautious. Yes, yes. I don't know if he was just being cautious. He was being hella cautious, in my humble opinion. What's this here? What's this here? Charlo. I would say Charlo would be a better fight for Canelo. Why Charlo? Why Charlo? It's pretty much... What? Charlo is someone that has been trying to make big fights happen, and Canelo has always been willing to step up to it. For me, it's a stylistic-wise, Charlo is a dog and a lion. Like they say, lions only. I feel like he's going to go out there and try to find a way to put a hurting onto Canelo. It'll make for a much more exciting fight. Okay. Charlo tries to box as well. It depends on what night they're having on that night. I feel like that would be a great matchup for boxing. I wouldn't say winning the fight, but I think he could have made it more of what people wanted from the beginning. But Canelo found a way to finish it at the end, said Teofimo. It's a great fight and a great look for all of us, and I'm very happy about it. Okay. What is this? It's a little strange that Teofimo prefers Charlo to fight Canelo to fight Charlo next, rather than the former two-division world champion David Benavidez, because that's arguably a much easier fight for the Mexican star. Okay, they're saying David Benavidez is easier than Charlo. Okay. Jermall Charlo is quickly getting a reputation of being a cherry picker when it comes to defending his WBC middleweight title. He looked terrible in his last fight against Juan Marcos Montel last June. Benavidez is considered the far more significant threat to Canelo than Charlo. Some boxing fans believe the superstar is avoiding him. Is Canelo avoiding Benavidez? And is Jermall Charlo a cherry picker? Damn. Okay. That was probably too small for you to see it. Just realize that's unfortunate. Let me just pull it up for you. Okay. Let's get into the chat. Where we at? Okay, let's have a look. Uh-oh. Let's pull that up a little bit there. Okay. Make it a little bigger there. Okay. Much better. Okay, let's see what's going on in the chat. Okay, so Canelo might skip light heavy to become a 5-weight world champion. He's already won a title. 175. 175 might skip light heavy, go to cruiser or bridger. Interesting. Very, very interesting. We got to be careful about all this weight hopping. Remember what happened to Roy Jones with all the weight hopping and skipping levels, skipping weight categories, jumping over and jumping up and down. Remember, look what happened to Roy Jones when he's doing that shiznix back in the dizzy. Does all that weight hopping catch up with one eventually? Okay. Let's have a look. Okay, let's close the poll. Let me read these and then we'll close the poll. Let me read these and then we close the poll. Benavidez is a true 168 fighter. Hasn't he had trouble making weight? Hasn't Benavidez had trouble making weight? Has he not? The talent pool in light heavyweight has never been on the level of super middle. I might be inclined to agree with that. What does this say? Jermall has now power at 160. Thus, at 168, will have pillow fists. So how is he going to deter Canelo? Pillow fists? Yeah, I don't know about that. I prefer Canelo to go down and conquer middleweight, another packed division of talent, rather than light heavy. Yeah, I can see him going up to light heavy before I can see him going down to middle, but I don't know. I think he's sticking around maybe. Sticking around the middles. Caleb pitter patter bread. Oh dear. To be frank, T.O. chats pure. Don't know if mustard goes too well with eggplant. Damn, it might wilt. The mustard might wilt the eggplant. Canelo looking to wipe out the PBC hype job. Well, wouldn't it be nice to see Canelo go on a PBC tour? A PBC tour. Wouldn't that be nice? Cruiserweight, that's a lot. That's a hell of a lot. Bridgerweight even further still. Okay, let's have a look. What's going on? 5'7" guy, a cruiser or bridger, might be a bridge too far. As weight classes exist for a reason. We could see Canelo at heavyweight if Andy Ruiz shares his cheesecake with him. Well, we saw Andy Ruiz showing Canelo his newly tatted posterior. And we did see Canelo give him a couple of playful pats on the ass. Okay, moving on swiftly. All right, where are we going now? Close that down. Shrink this down. Let's have a little looky. Let's have a little looky. Where do I go from here? Let's find the thing that I'm looking for. Uh-oh. Might as well get into this. Okay. Do we get into that? I need to get into that because it's on the thumbnail. Okay, let's do it. Changing tact somewhat. Okay, gotta talk about it. It's on the thumbnail. Let's do it. Okay. What's this say? I don't think Canelo will go up in weight again, to be honest, or not in the near future. We're gonna have to wait and see how that pans out for sure. Okay, so Ben versus Algeria. A lot of people have been talking about young Conor Ben going up against David Avanesian. And I think that's kind of crazy. And Eddie Hearn agrees with me. Avanesian is a seasoned guy, whereas Ben just jumped in the pot. He just jumped in the pot. Whereas David Avanesian has already been seasoned. He's already seasoned. So no, they're not at the same places in their career. Avanesian is looking like he might be at his peak right about now. Too much. It'd be too much for the young Conor Ben. So that would make no sense whatsoever. I want to see Avanesian against the champions, the upper echelon guys. That's what I want to see Avanesian on. Conor Ben just coming up. Yeah, different times in their career. It ain't the right time. It ain't good. So, Algeria, it is. Who did I last see Algeria against? Can't remember, but it's a nice silky boxer. I think Algeria is a nice opponent for the progression of Conor Ben. So I think it's a good choice. Algeria, ex-champion. Is he not an ex-champion? Yeah, I think so. He's going to bring a lot of skill to the table. And he's a good choice, in my humble opinion. Okay, let's have a look. Did you bother with the UFC card? I did catch that. Pretty good also. Yes, it was. What was it? Usman versus Covington. Yeah, not as dynamic a fight as the first one. I think the second fight, it wasn't. They know each other, they knew each other, and it was a more conservative fight. The first one was a barn burner, but it was a good fight nonetheless. Justin Gaethje versus, Michael Chandler. Yeah, watch that too. I haven't actually got to the end of that one. I just think I watched 1.5 rounds. I got called away. But yeah, that's been talked about as one of the fights of the year. Gaethje versus Chandler. One of the fights of the year. I'm halfway through it. Yes, it was exciting. I think it got even more exciting in the second half of the fight. How long has Chris Algieri been inactive? That's a damn good question. Let's have a look. Let's go into BoxRec and type in Conor Ben. Yeah, okay. There he is. Comes right up. Boom. Let's have a look. Conor Ben. There's only one pro boxer by the name of Conor Ben. Chris Algieri. That's his next fight. Let's go into Chris Algieri. His last fight was against Mikel Pierre, Madison Square Garden Theater. He won by unanimous decision, and that was on, the 8th of the 3rd, or is it the 3rd of the 8th? Yeah, the 3rd of, what was it, the 3rd of August, 2021. Yeah, the Americans, they do the dates a different way to us. What is it? The month? Yeah, the month. So the 3rd of August, September, October. Okay, so apparently he fought on the 3rd of August. Fought on the 3rd of August. So, yeah. So it's fresh out. And before that, it was the 1st of June. What? 2019? The 1st of June 2019 before that? Dang. So if he hadn't have had that fight in August, he would have been out of the ring for what? 19, 20, 21, 2.5 years? Dang. So he needed that Mikel Lepierre fight. Okay. Where we at? Yeah. So what, August, September, October, November, December. Yeah, it's been out. He's out in August. So it's been, that was 3 months ago, was it not? Yeah, 3 months ago. Yes, back and forth. Channel hopping. Absolutement. The UFC card was better than the boxing card. Yeah, well, I watch them both. If it's a poor card and the UFC's on, you can channel hop. Okay, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. Okay, Benny's take it slow. Minimal amateur fights, let him learn. Algieri's a skill campaigner with minimal pop. Yeah, good matchup. Very good matchup. I thought Usman watches Canelo prior because in that first round he stuck to Colby like a magnet, Canelo style, until he started to dip his head and get tagged. Yeah, good analysis. Start to dip his head and get tagged. I thought Algieri was retired. No, he fought in August. What was the black WBC Canelo one? What? What was the black WBC? Oh, the Tucan belt. Yeah, the black belt's the Tucan belt. The Tucan belt. Remember they had the Mayan belt? Now they're the Tucan belt. What's a Tucan? I don't know. I don't think you're talking about the bird. Yeah, it's a commemorative belt. I think they call it the Tucan belt. Suleiman loves himself a belt. Loves spending fighters' money on these belts. Yeah, that's the one. That is the one. That's a Tucan belt. The Tucan belt. Canelo will be a 5th Dan soon. What, martial artist? Damn. Yep. Good little test for Ben. Good little test of skills. But Algeria don't come with too much pop. So good matchup. Usman's a beast, but not sure much traction with Canelo in boxing. Yeah, no traction. Well, not sure about the traction. Then I got caught watching the Canelo fight. That's hilarious. But you know, it's no secret that Dana was a boxing fan. Still is. It's no secret. Mike Tyson always up in the building. Ain't no secret whatsoever. Okay, so let me check. Let me stop sharing that. Have I closed the poll yet? Still don't think I've closed the damn poll. Oh, people are still voting on it. So be it. So be it. Where did I want to go? Oh yeah, I remember. I remember where I need to go. I remember where I need to go. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, that was priceless. Absolutely priceless. Okay, so if you look at, let's have a. Oh damn, is that the Kid Galahad? They ain't got time to talk about that right now. Damn, we got Devin Haney and Jojo Diaz. I totally forgot about them too. Devin Haney, Jojo Diaz. Should I talk about that for a couple seconds? Or do we leave that till the next show so we can have a deeper look at it? Kid Galahad fighting. What's this kid name? Kiko Martinez. Kiko Martinez. I've seen Kiko Martinez fight over here before and lose over here before. So yeah. And then we got Terry Harper against Baumgardner. Okay, so what's that going on? Can't fit all of that in right now, so we're gonna have to catch up on those topics in the next live show. But I can't let the method for Usyk break the wall down slowly. Break the wall down slowly. I think Galahad handles Kiko with ease, as do I. I can't remember when I saw Kiko fighting, but I saw him get bait. Spirited guy. But Kid Galahad, you know, with that Brendan Ingle style, you know, the evasive style. Them guys are extremely difficult to hit. They're trying defense, and attacking whilst in defense. Baumgardner, yes indeed, Baumgardner is very easy on the eye. Okay, so break down the wall slowly. Absolutely okay. So Kiko's been around for quite a while. Good solid pro. Quite spirited. Okay, I can't end the show. Coming to the end of the show, but I can't end the show without talking about the bottom left-hand corner. As you know, the Raphie, you know, back in the Dizzy when Raphie was just coming up, you know, he liked to push a little bit of weights. And he was interested in the bodybuilding, you know, build up the body. And then, you know, by the time I reach about 20, he was saying, how come we don't look like them guys? We were lifting the weights. We Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're taking our Joe Weider protein shakes. And what the hell's going on? How come we're not looking like these cats? And yeah, eventually kind of the penny dropped that you know, these guys were taking some they had chemical assistance. So when we figured that out, we said, okay, maybe we're not going to go that route. And that was that. But, you know, I always kept an eye every year. The Olympia would roll around and, you know, I always keep an eye out in the magazines who won the Olympia this year. And then as time went on, you know, I'd be catching that stuff on the interwebs. You know, you realize a thing called YouTube was invented and you could watch all kinds of shizzle. And so, yeah, as the years went by, I'd watch it on YouTube. And, yeah, this cat here, Sean Roden, by the name of Sean Roden, he came and he took out a guy who'd won it like 7 times in a row. what's that guy's name? Phil Heath. Took out Phil Heath, and he became Mr. Olympia in 2018. Well, one thing and another, he got banned. He had some kind of some allegation against him, and he got they banned him after he'd won the biggest event in the sport. Well, he didn't get banned, but he said, "Yo, you have to sort out your any legal things going on. You'd have to sort it out." So he sat out. He was out of the game since 2018. He won the biggest competition in the game, the Mr. Olympia 2018. And he got some allegation against him and had to sit it out. And then they dragged this in the court, still in the court now, still ain't being resolved. 3 years later. It's due to be resolved in a couple of months' time. But in the meantime, unfortunately, Sean Roden passed away, died on Saturday of a heart attack. The guy was only 46 years old. There's lots of ways you can look at it, but all I can do is reiterate to anybody thinking about taking the chemical route, do not do it. Do not do it. There's not much of a suggestion that he died because of going the chemical route. It seems like the guy may have died of a broken heart. Livelihood taken away for 3 years, being dragged through the court, the case lingering in the court for 3 years, wins the biggest event in bodybuilding, and then came his almost ban from the game until the case was resolved. Case still has not been resolved. Case going through for 3 years. So I have to send out, man. And he was a good guy. By all accounts, he was a good guy, much loved in the sport. He brought aesthetics back. To the sport, as you can see. It became a size game. Yes, he had size, but he brought back aesthetics. Brought back the aesthetics, and the Raphie met him when he came over to England. What is it called? The Body Power Show, Birmingham, England. I had the pleasure of meeting him. Very, very personable, humble guy. And Raphie's not into bodybuilding no more, but I do follow the biggest competition in the game. I do follow it, and that is the Mr. Olympia. It's a very sad end. Very sad end. What can you say? The guy was only 46. Leaves behind a young daughter. Saddens me. I met the guy. But hey, what can you say? Just make the most. Make the most of life. Enjoy the people you enjoy. Just enjoy. Just enjoy. We should just enjoy our short time on this planet. Just enjoy our short time on this planet. Give thanks for every day. And be thankful for the things that we have. Okay. Thank you for everyone for joining us. It's the Boxing Talk with Raphie. It's the like, it's the subscribe, it's the comments, it's the shares. And we are out. Blessed.